All right, welcome. Today is a big day. We are finally going to build your very first digital home for data. Think of it like laying a foundation, but for information. We're setting up a MySQL database completely from scratch. So, you ready? Let's dive in.
And really, that's the whole point of this explainer. I mean, before we can jump into writing all those cool queries and asking our data interesting questions, we've got to get the setup right. It is the first, most crucial step. You can't skip it. So let's think about this like we're building a house. What's the first thing you do? You get your toolkit ready, right? You can't build anything without the right tools. And for our database project, there are two essential pieces of software we're going to need.
Okay, so what are these tools? First, you've got the MySQL community server, and second, MySQL Workbench. The best way to picture this is the server is the big, powerful engine that does all the hard work in the background, and Workbench, that's our dashboard, our user-friendly control panel. It's how we talk to that engine.
Let's talk a little more about Workbench, because honestly, its whole purpose is to make our lives easier. It's a visual control center. You can literally see your databases. You can type in your commands, and you get the results back in this nice, clean, organized way. We are not dealing with any of those scary black and white command line screens today, I promise.
And yeah, this really shows you the difference. On one side, you've got the classic command line. I mean, it's super powerful, no doubt, but it can be a little intimidating, right? But then on the other side, you've got Workbench. It's our visual command center. When you're just starting out, believe me, it is the absolute perfect tool for the job.
Okay, our toolkit is ready, so now it's time to get our hands dirty. We are going to pour the concrete, lay that foundation. In other words, we're about to create the actual database, the main container that's going to hold all of our information.
And you know what? It's surprisingly simple. It just takes two commands. First up, we literally create the space with create database company. Just like that, we have a database named company. And then we have to tell the system we want to work inside it. So we type use company. That's it. Now MySQL knows that every command we type next is for our brand new company database.
So you see, it's really two separate things. You build the house, and then you've got to walk through the front door to start decorating, right? Create database builds the house, and use is you stepping inside. Simple as that. Okay, so our foundation is poured, we're inside the house. Now what? Well, now we need a blueprint. In the database world, that blueprint is what we call a table. This is where we define the exact structure for how we're going to organize everything. So here it is. This is the entire blueprint for a table we're going to call employees. Now, I know it might look like a bunch of code at first glance, but don't worry, we're going to break this down piece by piece. Think of this as the architect's drawing. It's just specifying every single column and exactly what kind of information is allowed to go in it. All right, let's zoom in and really break this down. We're setting up 3 columns, ID, name, and salary. And for each one, you can see we're giving it a data type. Int, that's just short for integer, so whole numbers. Varchar 50 means it can hold text, like a name, up to 50 characters long. And decimal 10-2. Well, that's for numbers with a decimal point. Absolutely perfect for things like money. A good way to think about this is that we're defining the different rooms inside our data house. The ID column is like giving every employee their own unique room number. The name column is the room that holds, well, their name. And the salary room is built specifically to hold their pay information, down to the cent. Each piece of data has its proper place. So we've handed over our blueprint. We've run the code. The system should have built the structure for us. But you know, any good builder always does a final inspection, right? You got to double check your work. So let's do that right now.
So, did it actually work? This is the moment of truth. We ran the command, but is our employees table really there? Let's find out. Okay, check number 1 is super simple. We're just going to ask the database, hey, what tables do you have? The command for that is show tables. It'll give us a list of every table inside our company database. If we see employees on that list, we're in business. Now, for a more detailed look, our second check is the command describe employees. This is basically like asking to see the official blueprint one more time. It's going to show us every column we made, ID, name, salary, and it's going to confirm all those data types we set up. It's how we make sure the structure is exactly what we designed.
And if both of those checks came back looking good, then seriously, congratulations. You've actually done it. You went from absolutely nothing, a total blank slate, to a fully structured database with your very first table inside. That is a huge first step, so you should feel really good about that.
So think about it. You've built the house. You've designed all the rooms. The structure is absolutely perfect. There's only one thing missing: the actual people, or in our case, the data to fill it. So are you ready to bring this whole thing to life? Because that's exactly what we're going to do next.